Viewers, welcome back to the show. Before the break, we're talking to Brent Alford and Nuncio Tortella about Brent's experiences in life. Brent, tell us a bit more about your background. You're a bit of a binge drinker and you've had a few bad experiences, haven't you?
Yeah, I call it my 3 warnings in life. I've been to hospital now 3 times because of binge drinking.
The first 2 times, what happened? You spent a bit of time in hospital?
When I was 21, I got followed home from getting smart with a couple of guys. They followed me home and bashed me and knocked my 3 front teeth out, which are now implants. And then when I was 27, I was snowboarding up and at Falls Creek, and I was out on the last night, and I actually thought I was being funny out the front of the pub, and I was pushing everyone's snowboards down the hill, and then I got hit with a snowboard because the guy wasn't happy with what happened, and I got flown to the Albury Hospital.
And on the last occasion, you're fallen out of a balcony and you're lucky to be alive.
Yeah, it's my second chance at life.
Nunc, give us a bit of background on the law. In Victoria, if we could show fault, what are the benefits here?
Oh, look, there are massive benefits. In the case of Toomey, shows that, Tony, in the sense that Mr. Toomey received about $3 million in compensation, and the different heads of damage or, kinds of damages you can seek are the following. You've got your pain and suffering and loss of enjoyment of life damages, which in Victoria cap at about $371,000. You've got your past medical expenses, your future medical expenses, your past loss of earnings, your future loss of earnings, and probably the big one, Tony, in these type of cases is your past care and your future care. And the future care is immense, especially with injuries of this nature. So the benefits are huge if you can prove negligence.
It's a bit sad, Brent, that in your case, no one's really thoroughly looked into the circumstances. I know that you're a bit out of control in terms of drinking, but surely there's got to be some responsibility on the occupiers of properties to ensure that if someone's at that level, that they either stop them or do something.
And look, in Flinders Lane, we're not talking a quiet suburban street here. We're talking a busy precinct. So there must have been people who have seen what happened to Brent, and I'm sure you could piece together a puzzle in that regard. And it's like a sort of police investigation. You've got to piece it all together. And
on with liquor licensing laws, I mean, the occupiers and owners of these licences are at really in the gun these days, aren't they? Very strict, as you and I both know. So it's, it brings into light that the dangers that the booze can have, unfortunately. Brent, you recovered not 1 cent so far, is that correct?
No money at all.
Okay.
Do you have a superannuation policy?
Yes, I have a policy.
Okay.
And that's still proceeding at the moment, isn't it, Brent?
Yes, it is.
Nunc, superannuation, what are the benefits there?
Oh, look, also superannuation has large benefits. As some people do and don't know, with your superannuation policy, not only do you have your account balance, which is the monies that have been put into the super fund by your employer, but you also got an insurance component, which is called a TPD policy, where if you can show that you're totally permanent disabled, you can seek that insurance component, which in some cases can be up to $500,000 a year.
Even more?
Yeah, more. And on top of that, you've also got income protection and benefits such as that. So your superannuation policy does have some fairly big benefits if you look into it, but a lot of people don't know about it, Tony.
No.
That's the staggering thing.
You sound like the sort of person that could have got ahead in life. You could have been running an organisation or working in a high-profile job. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, it's a fair comment. I was at the Collingwood Football Club at the time.
Okay. Yeah. And you strike me as being reasonably motivated now, notwithstanding the fact that you've got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, because I actually went and seen a personal trainer in South Yarra, and he convinced me that I could make a better recovery, and from that convincing, I want to make a full recovery. And they tell me that I can't, but I'm trying every day to make a full recovery.
But there's no way you can hold down a full-time job, surely?
No, probably not. More part-time.
Okay. Do you want to have a family?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Are you in a relationship at the moment?
Yes, I have. I'm a girlfriend.
Okay. And obviously very understanding?
Yes, she is.
Yes. And Nunc, it's going to be a lot harder to provide for a family in Brent's situation.
Oh, look, it's going to be very difficult because, as I said, he won't have the funds coming in that he'll need to support a family. But he's doing very well as it is at the moment. So hopefully, you can do your best you can.
Brent, you say that you do 5 to 10 kilometres a day walking. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's pretty correct. Yeah.
That's a lot of walking.
Yeah, but it gets my fitness up, and also I have bad fatigue levels, and it's helping with that as well.
Okay. Yeah. Now, how do you motivate yourself to do the 5 to 10 Ks?
Well, the fact that I was in a wheelchair for 2 years, and now I can walk, it just tells me that I want to walk as much as I can.
No, and Brent's out there talking to young people who have been involved in accidents, or he's trying to prevent accidents. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's pretty true.
And what do? You go around to different schools and places like that?
Schools and community groups, and I talk about life choices, referring to my accident where I made a few bad choices.
What's your strongest message to kids and even young adults out there? What would you say?
It would be more, life is all about smart choices, so be careful which ones you make.
Brent, isn't the reality you can have a great time without getting to the point of oblivion?
Yes, very true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, it brings into light the recent article in the paper about, the Melbourne Cup's the busiest time of the year, and, we're at that time of the year now, and I suppose this must send your message across that everyone's got to be careful. Is that right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Having a good time doesn't mean you have to wreck your life. Is that correct?
That's very correct.
Yeah. Look, you're an incredible person, really. I mean, I know you've had these bad experiences and things like that, and the third time round it was very, very nasty, and you're really fortunate to be with us.
Yeah.
But you're out there now promoting smart choices.
Yes, very true.
And telling young people, watch what you do. And if you've got an alcohol problem, you've got to deal with it, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
And what do? You get some rehab?
Yeah, well, you speak to other people with that have had problems in the past and learn from their mistakes.
Brent, tell us a bit about your organisation.
My business is actually on Facebook called Life Choices under Brenton Alford, and you can find me on there.
And you happy to go anywhere to give a talk?
Yeah, I go all around Victoria to give my talks.
Brent, you happy to come back on the show another time?
I am, thank you.
I want to thank you for coming on board tonight. It's been fantastic listening to your story. Nuncio, thanks for coming on board as well.
No, Tony and Brent, thank you. I said you're an inspiration, so well done. Keep it going.
Viewers, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for future episodes and always stay safe.